Hello everybody, welcome to S.S.B 2026 episode 8. Episode 8, rocking and rolling here live today on a wonderful Sunday. Not much snow out there, is there? Not indeed. Hang on. Alright, so there. Alright, rocking and rolling here live on a wonderful Sunday here, just after Elimination Chamber. What'd you think of it? I got some exciting news. I know everybody else is waiting for this, about the results, you know, like the best in the world tournament that we had. And you're going to be shocked after tonight. Like I said, the landscape of S.S.B changes all the time. Oh my goodness, yes it does. Speaking of Fred, let's bring him out right now. Alright, so let's bring out Fred right now. What's up, everybody? Oh man, Fred, you seem kind of upset here. What's going on? Well, oh man, last night, oh my god. Last night was pretty bad for you, wasn't it? I'm going to get into that later on. We're going to be talking about more Elimination Chamber stuff, about how I felt about it. We're going to be doing also tonight, yay versus nay. Once again, yay versus nay. We're going to talk a whole bunch of stuff tonight. There is no, well, I'm going to talk about one movie in particular. There is no TV show of the week this week. Unfortunately not. So, like I said, guys, I am the Masked Man. I am the Masked Man. That's right. I am the S.S.B champion. And I'm going to get into the Elimination Chamber. Like, oh my goodness, was it crazy last night. All right. And I'm going to tell you where the storylines are going next, too. Big shocker. I know exactly where the storylines are going. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert indeed. Spoiler alert big time. That's right. Big time indeed. So before we move on, I'm going to check out all the notifications that I just got right now. So hang on. All right. See, I had an equipment failure on this stupid thing. Oh my goodness. Of course, it had to shut down on me. Alright. It'll be logged up in a minute. But anyways, yeah, Elimination Chamber last night was absolutely off the hook. Not gonna lie. It was crazy. Crazy. And it was a good show. Like, we saw a debut. We found out what was in the crate. We, found out who the Masked Man was, but you still haven't figured out who this Masked Man is yet. But But we figured out on WWE who the Masked Man is and where the storyline is going with that. We're going to talk about that too. Also too, we're going to talk about the whole Jey Uso incident. Jey Uso, like as you guys know, was taken out of the equation. So he wasn't even actually in Elimination Chamber because of that. So now I'm going to check out the notifications here, live, right now. Now that this thing's up and running again. It's take a while because it just sat up and running again. Oh yeah, and you know what? I had a great dinner before I started the show too. So if I got some gas, I apologize for that. All right, so first thing we're gonna look at is this notifications that we just got. All right, let's see. Kevin Hill, thank you very much. You rock, Kevin Hill, once again. Thank you very much. All wrestling fans, thank you very much for approving that. Wrestling fans are the best fans. Yes, they are. Welcome to the show. Heel Shit Podcast. Welcome to the show as well. And also Wrestling Talk for True Fans. Yes, thank you. Welcome to the show as well. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. The system kind of screwed up on me, and then I had to go back. But if I missed you, don't worry, I'll share this. So anyone that didn't see it, don't worry. After the show, I will definitely share it. You can also share it too as well. You can also like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube. Like, follow on my Facebook page too. We have Instagram too, Fred Shooter 370. Most of the talk goes on there too as well. All right. Basically, if you're new here, we basically talk. Right now, we're in the middle of a Best in the World tournament with WWE. Yeah. Oh, that's okay, Fred. Fred's kind of be quiet today. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Fred's quiet just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna move past all this because I'm not gonna talk about like the Best in the World tournament yet. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk about tonight. Moving forward, I'm gonna skip SmackDown and Raw because we already know what happened during those shows of SmackDown and Raw this week. So I'm gonna kind of skip all that. Let's start off here too. We did apparently Lego Batman, the Legacy of the Dark Knight. You can check that out too. This is actually cool. If you've seen the part where the Joker comes out and stuff like that. We posted a video on the page this week. Check it out. It's about when Joker in the museum. Yeah, that song. So we posted that too as well. You can check that out. I think that was pretty cool. A movie I watched this week was Scary Movie 7. I watched the very new Scary Movie 7. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Not Scary Movie, sorry. Scream 7. I watched Scream 7. I'll get into Scary Movie in a minute here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Holy Fred. What's up? What's up? That was, we posted that too. What's up? We posted that too as well on the page this week. We thought you guys all get a kick out of it. What's up? We can do just a little moment here, Fred, if you want. Hang on for a minute. Fred, just comes up to what? Hi, everybody. What's up? What's up? All right, there you go, Fred. You got it out of your system now, didn't you? You got that way out of your system now, didn't you? Yes, I did, and it felt really great. Oh, okay. What's up? All right, so yeah, that was one of the the very first scary movie. We posted that video. That was a grateful thing, or an awesome clip. That was like one of the yeah, it was great. It was an awesome clip. So, and you know what? The funny part is, people walk around town all the time. What that? You know, they still do that now today. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, they still do that now today. If you know, there's lots of people that are just probably kids in school going, what that? And they take it all from that, like, scary movie, the very first one. Speaking of other movies, I did watch Scream 7. It was a very good movie. Yes, it was. It was very good. Yeah, it was very twisted. Like, the ending was a little twisty at the end. I didn't quite get the ending a little bit, but, you know, it wasn't too bad. Like, there was, like, so many things I thought who were the killer, and it turned out, like, it wasn't any of them, and I didn't find out till the very end. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a recommend movie to watch. I definitely would go see it. Or even if you got, like, live streaming at home or whatever, when it comes out, definitely watch it. Hands down, Scream 7 wasn't too bad. There's a little twisty and plot twisty in that movie too, but it was good. I'm the masked man. I'm not gonna prove you wrong. I'm not gonna tell you differently. It was good. So we got recognized as one of the top fans of Joyful Journey. Thank you very much. Joyful Journey, one of the top badges, top fans. Joyful Journey. You know what? I hope one of these days I have a joyful, you know what, that would be great. You know, you could have a really good joyful journey. Really joyful journey. I would love to have one of those, you know, like nice journey. You can go further, you know, that'd be great. Just get lost somewhere. Yeah, you know, you could do that. You could just go out in the woods and get lost. You know, like, I watched an episode once of, Home Improvement. And yeah, Wilson was out in the woods getting lost. Right? I think I remember that one. And it was Home Improvement episodes were good too. Not gonna lie. All right. So also this week we got we had the announcement of AJ Styles retiring. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, AJ. AJ Styles will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, announced by The Undertaker, because The Undertaker came out at the end there. This is great. Like, I'm happy for AJ Styles. Now he can be with his family. AJ Styles is not going to AEW. What anyone thinks is going to happen. Not going to happen! That's right. Not going to happen at all. AJ Styles is not going to AEW. I don't know why everyone thinks he is. Not happening. Okay, he's retired. He's done now. It's the same thing with, they said John Cena was going to AEW. Like, no, John Cena's retired now. He's done. Like, you know. But thank you to the phenomenal AJ Styles. We posted the video of the Higher Creed video, If You Could Take Me Higher, of AJ Styles. So just basically a tribute video of his career. We posted that on the page this week too as well. All right, let's move on to yay versus nay. Yay versus nay. First one on the list is Moose Stew. And that's a Hungry Man Moose Stew. Raspberry Moose Stew at that. So what do you think? I didn't say nay on that. But you know what? Moose wouldn't be so... Are you absolutely insane? Why would you think moose would be a good thing to eat, honestly? Like, I don't get that. Well, I thought it would be pretty good. And I think it would be pretty disgusting. Jesus, man. Like, you're just totally all off the place today. Sorry, I was a little upset last night. All I gotta say to you, Fred, is this. Alright, so Raspberry Moose Jonathan, I'm gonna have to say nay on that. Nay on that indeed. That is absolutely good. Who wants to have like moose stew? Like, no. Like, yeah, no. No, absolutely gross. Alright, next one. Embrace the dark. Okay, anyways, Tic Tac, Embrace the Darkness. Tic Tac, Embrace the Dark. And this is like, probably like black licorice flavored Tic. Who wants to have a salty, disgusting black licorice Tic Tac in your mouth? Yeah, that's gonna freshen your mouth with salty stuff. Yeah, that's absolutely disgusting. Who came up with that? Well, it obviously wasn't me. It must have came from your crazy town. Your crazy village or something. Man, that's absolutely gross. No, disgusting. Gross. Get it out of here. Gross. Alright, next one. Pop-Tarts. Pumpkin pie. Is that a yay versus a nay? Is that a yay versus an A? Pop-Tarts pumpkin pie. Is that a yay? Pop-Tarts pumpkin pie. Get your Pop-Tarts pumpkin pie, everybody. You know what? I'm going to have to say that is an absolute nay. Actually, no, wait. Whoa. Whoa! You know what? That wouldn't be too bad, actually. Pumpkin pie and pop. I'm going to just say, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to have to say yay. Yay on that. Yay on that. Like I said, I'm going to change my mind on that. No. That's definitely a yay. Oh yeah, this will make you fart. This would make you fart. Surf and turf Pringles. Surf and turf Pringles. Surf and turf Pringles. Is that a yay versus an A? I'm gonna have to say that's right. Nay. That is absolutely gross. Surf and turf. Surf and turf. Who wants surf and turf shrimp flavored Pringles? Not this guy. Not this guy. Not this puppet. That's right. You're a puppet. I'm not, you know. There's one on every show. There's one on every show. Oh my goodness. Surf and turf Pringles. That is a definitely nay. Nay. Get out of here. Strawberry cream soda Dr. Pepper. Is that a yay or a nay? You know what? That doesn't look too bad. It looks refreshing. It's a strawberry cream soda. It's cream. Why not? You know, it looks pretty good. So, cream soda, yes, definitely a yay. A yay. Oh, great. Oh, great. Hang on for a second. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on here. Hey. Okay. I'm going to borrow this for a minute here. Just give me 1 second here. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see here. You know what? I'm going to do some more sharing, hey? How about that? Yes, sirree, indeed. All right, here. Da-da-doo. Da-da-doo. Okay, I'm going to do... Just to let you guys know, people that I'm sharing to right now, that we'll be talking about Elimination Chamber soon. Stay tuned for that. Just trying to get some more shares in here. I thought I had enough when I started the show. I guess I didn't. Alright, here. Zing. Okay. Alright. That's good enough for now. I'll just finish it later. After I'm done. Whatever. Okay, so. Let's go back here. Where was I? Oh, yes, I was at yay versus nay here. Alright. Okay. We're at strawberry. Okay, yes. Okay, this one. Alright. Yeah, I had to take a minute to look at this one because I wanted to make sure if it was actually real or not. Alright, so Pop-Tarts Lumpy Cottage Cheese. What the heck is with that? Lumpy Cottage Cheese Pop-Tarts. Really? Are you kidding me? Like, come on. Of course, that is a nay. Nay. Nay, get out of there. Nay. Alright, next one. Mountain Dew Pitch Black Ice Cream Bars. You know, that wouldn't be so bad. Why not? I'll just say yay for that. Yay. Absolutely. Mountain Dew Pitch. Those look pretty good. Refreshing, too. Yes, I think they do. Pitch Black, they're probably made with blueberries, like Blueberry Blast and Mountain Dew Blueberry Blast. So that would be pretty good. Why not? Next one. Welcome to Fansville. Thank you. Welcome to Fansville. Blueberry Raspberry Freeze, Dr. Pepper. Blueberry Raspberry Freeze. Is that a yay or is that a nay? I'm going to have to say yay. That's right. That looks pretty good. That's like almost like a slushie or whatever. So that's this week for yay versus nay. And the winners this week are the yays. That's right. Yay this week. I think we had more yays than anything. Besides those black licorice, those Tic Tacs. I don't think that was pretty good. I think that would be disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Alright, so let's move on to the Elimination Chamber and the Best in the World tournament that happened between me and him last night. Oh yeah, let's get it going here. Oh yeah. Now before I do that, I'm going to get a drink of water here. It does get hot, a little bit hot under the mask and in the studio. Ah, fresh. All right. You know, by the time I leave the show, I'll be going to the bathroom and I'll be just peeing like crazy. Just peeing like crazy. All right. So, Best in the World tournament. We went into last night in Elimination Chamber. It was 3-0 for Fred. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's right. So it was Best in the World tournament. Score was 3-0 for Fred. After the last pay-per-views, I was down 3-0. The stipulation for this tournament is basically if I win the tournament, Fred is deliberately off the show permanently. I know. That's right. Yeah, you'll be off the show permanently, I'm telling you. And if he wins, I have to remove my mask on live on the last episode of S.S.B. of this season. So, here we go. Let's start off right now. Alright, so we'll go through the matches at Elimination Chamber 2 as well. We'll talk about where the storylines are going as I'm going through. At the end, I will give you my rating out of 10, what I thought of Elimination Chamber. Sound fair? Alright, let's move along here. Alright, Best in the World continues. Score is 3-0 Fred the Puppet, match 1. Who is going to win the Elimination Chamber for the Women's Intercontinental Championship? We'll start off with this one here. Fred the Puppet picked Becky Lynch. I picked AJ Lee. And AJ Lee won the match, and she is the new Intercontinental Champion. That's right. So this score is now 3-1 going into after this match. So I finally got on the board. I was very happy about that at home. Watching it, I was actually jumping up going, yay! Fred was just like hiding in a corner like pretty much half the night. So yeah, it went 3-1. The next match 2 here. We'll talk about this one, match 2, Elimination Chamber for the Best in the World tournament. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I reposted all this too after, so let's just start here. We'll start off with the, okay, so the Intercontinental Championship, AJ Lee won. So we'll start with the first match here. Actually, match that took place at night, or first match in the show. Sorry. Was the Women's Elimination Chamber match, and it was between Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. It was a great match. It was a close match. It was a close match. You know, it actually came down to me and Fred's pick on this one, and it was very close. Rhea Ripley did pick up the win, and Rhea Ripley won the Elimination Chamber match. And that was my pick, and Fred picked Tiffany Stratton. That's right, I picked Tiffany Stratton. She didn't win. She didn't win at all. Oh. So now the tournament's up to 3-2 now. Tournament 3-2. And we posted that too. And the Best in the World update. It was 3-2 after those 2 matches there. Alright, now we're going into the next match here. Was match 3. Best in the World tournament, round 4. It was 3-2 going into this match. Match 2, at Elimination Chamber, the Best in the World tournament, World Heavyweight Championship match. It was Fred the Puppet picked Finn Balor, and I picked CM Punk, and CM Punk retained. So that's another point for me. So now the series is tied. I went up 3 right in a row, and I tied the series. That was like, whoa. I swear you rigged it. I did not. Okay. Fred, I did not rig this tournament. At all. I just picked my winners, and that's how I did it. I'm the masked man. I know all the winners, man. Oh, yeah. So the series was tied, and we were going into the last match, the Elimination Chamber match. But then always time we saw the box, we saw the crate. And what was in the crate? We saw AEW star Dan Housen. Was it Housen? Dan Housen is revealed the man in the mystery box. Dan Housen or whatever. Dan Housen. So Dan Housen is now in WWE. He left AEW. This guy, I don't know much about Dan Housen. I can tell you this though. Last time I heard, he was a washed up superstar. He was just basically nothing. So what this was a washed up thing. They put so much hype into to this box thing over weeks and weeks, and we find out it was Dan Housen. Like, it could have been somebody else. It could have been different wrestlers. I believe Kevin Owens is still hurt, so he's not. It could have been, it could have been like anyone. It could have been better than someone than Dan Housen. So he comes up with a bunch of girls, and then he disappears at the end. So we don't know if he's even coming back. Is he disappearing permanently? We'll just have to see what happens in the upcoming weeks. But we get Dan Housen from AEW. Right on. This is the same guy that couldn't cut it in AEW, and and now we're getting him in WWE. I gotta tell you, folks, this is not good. I did not expect Dan Housen to actually come out of there. I was like, oh man, and then I saw this, and I was like, what the hell is this? Right? Oh, I got a notification here. Let me check this out. Eric Hyatt, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Eric Hyatt reacted to your reel. Thank you. I was wondering when you were gonna show up tonight. I swear to God, was this you walking down? I saw this guy today walking down the street, and I was in my car today, and I was walking down the street, and the first thing this guy does, I honked the horn at this guy. He's on my show right now. I honked the horn at him, and he went like this. Gave me the point, the little point today. Yes, you did. You gave me the little point, my friend. The point. So I'm giving you the point back. I can't really actually do it while I'm driving. Because, I don't want to crash into different cars all over the place on the road and stuff. But I'm giving this back to you. The point. And if you really want, hang on. I'll give you the opposing point. There you go. Opposing point. There you go. Rocking and rolling here on S.S.B. So, yeah, thank you for liking the podcast here tonight. So, yes, we get Dan Housen. Dan Housen of going into this. Comes through the wooden crate with a bunch of girls and stuff, and then we get Dan Housen. So, you know what? We'll see what happens. This could be very interesting. All I have to say, what I saw was just Dan Housen. I don't know what I feel about that. We'll just have to see, right? Alright, so it's 3-3 series going into the final match of the Elimination Chamber match. And, yeah, so it's 3-3. I tied the series up. Sorry, I got like a wipe my nose here. But anyways, final match, Best in the World Tournament, Round 4, Elimination Chamber series, now 3-3. I was going to Elimination Chamber last night. Me and Fred had to pick a pick, and here we go. I picked Randy Orton. Okay? I wasn't even trying on this bet because I was just like, oh, it's probably going to be Randy Orton or not, I picked Javon Evans. That's right, Fred picked Javon Evans. LA Knight was one of them. Cody Rhodes. Trick Williams and Logan Paul. Sorry, I got a little bit of gas tonight. I had homemade hamburgers. Sorry. So if you hear me doing that throughout the show today, I got like the burps and stuff and But anyways, 3-3, I picked Randy Orton. Randy Orton won, surprisingly. So I was very happy about that. I won all 4 matches last night. I did a sweep on Fred at the Elimination Chamber. I honestly didn't think Randy Orton was going to win. I thought, honestly, Cody was going to win. I just picked Randy Orton just for shits and gigs, and I won. So now the series is 4-3 for the Masked Man. That's right. Thank you. Boo! Boo! Oh, Fred, calm down. You just got swept at Elimination Chamber. You don't mess with the S.S.B champion. You don't mess with the Masked Man, baby. You don't mess with the Masked Man. That's right. You don't mess with the Masked Man. I'm the S.S.B champion. You don't mess with me, my friend. Not at all. Not at all. You go down. Next time. Yeah, next time. Actually, the Best in the World Tournament. Round 4 is completed. So now I'm up 4-3 in the series. The next pay-per-view will be WrestleMania. And it'll be a 2-night event. And you'll see in the upcoming weeks of which matches we'll be betting on going into WrestleMania. You're going to be seeing all that. we'll be talking about it on the show coming in the upcoming weeks of like who's gonna go and who's gonna bet wherever. I'm gonna tie this series and I'm gonna whop your butt. Not to mention, Fred, we still have Backlash after that. So anything can happen in the next 2 pay-per-views. Backlash will be the last pay-per-view of the Best in the World tournament. So we'll just see what happens. Anything can happen. But as it stands right now, after round 4, the Masked Man is up 4-3 in the series. That's right, 4-3. And I was very happy that I actually did that. I was very happy. I was so happy. You have no idea. Speaking of Masked Man, we also saw the identity of the Masked Man. Not this Masked Man. Not this Masked Man. Not this Masked Man. We also saw the identity of the real Masked, not the real one. Sorry. The WWE one. I swear WWE steals my gimmicks. I swear to goodness they steal my gimmick. But anyways, we get to see the Masked Man from WWE. We get to find out who it is. And sure enough, it is Seth freaking Rollins who was doing this the whole time. Now, who are the other 2 guys? Now, the other 2 guys are from Seth Rollins' wrestling school. So this might be a whole new faction that Seth Rollins is doing. We just don't know yet. Right? We don't know what the next faction is going to be. We don't know, like it could be like, we don't know. We don't know. But I'm going to be interested to see what happens next, right? That's right. So out of Elimination Chamber, like we got Dan Helsing. Yay. Yay. The all popular Dan Helsing. Yay. My rating on Elimination Chamber, we did find out who the Masked Man was. Sorry, not this Masked Man. You didn't find out who this Masked Man is. So we did find out that it was Seth freaking Rollins at at Elimination Chamber. Now, we just have to find out who this Masked Man is. And that's going to take a while because I'm in the lead in the Best in the World tournament. We'll see what happens at WrestleMania when we do our betting there. Now I'm going to talk about the storylines upcoming, spoiler alert, storylines coming for WWE. Now, everybody know that Jey Uso got hit with the car, right? Jey Uso got hit with this car. Got hit or got attacked or whatever with back in the back or whatever. I don't know if he got hit by a car, but he probably got attacked or whatever. So Jey Uso got attacked, so now this means that there's another mystery attacker out there. Sami Zayn thought it was Jacob Fatu, but it's not Jacob Fatu. I think it's Sami Zayn, to be quite honest with you. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Off the spring. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this would push up a feud against at WrestleMania with Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. But here's the other plot twist. Alright? Let's just say this, okay? I'm going to build the storyline for you this Friday. On Friday Night SmackDown. Because Drew McIntyre interfered with Cody Rhodes. He's going to have a championship match. So Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed title on Friday. The winner of that match will go on to face at WrestleMania Randy Orton. So, with that being said, Jacob Fatu is going to interfere in this match. Okay, spoiler alert. Jacob Fatu is going to interfere in this match. Which will give Cody the WWE Championship. Which will make a match between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. That's a good main event. Then you got Drew McIntyre. So who's he going to face? He's going to face Jacob Fatu. at WrestleMania. Somebody interferes in that match, right? Somebody interferes and costs Jacob Fatu the match and helps Drew McIntyre win. And the person that helps Drew McIntyre win, here's the big spoiler, off the spring moment, Sami Zayn. That's right, I'm calling it right now. Sami Zayn is going to help Drew McIntyre beat Jacob Fatu somehow. And then later on, Backlash, you will probably see Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso team up versus Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn the character is going to change. He's going to go heel at some point. So this is perfect and setting up for WrestleMania and all the other stuff. Now, let's move on to Brock Lesnar's Open Challenge for WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar's Open Challenge. I'm going to put Fred down for a minute. Sorry, Fred. You lost anyways. You lost the best in tournament. He'll be back later on. So, he'll be back later on. Don't worry. Trust me on that. So, moving forward here, this is what's going to happen next. Because I am, like I said, I am the S.S.B champion. I tell you how it is and how I'm gonna call it. Okay? For the Drew McIntyre thing, that's what I'm gonna call right there. And as for Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, that match there, that's when you're gonna see Cody Rhodes turn heel. The Rock might come out and help him, or something's gonna happen in that match, okay? That's going to be the most confusing thing. And you're going to be, like, shocked. I'm telling you right now. It's going to probably be like Cody Rhodes turns heel. He basically turns heel and sells his soul to The Rock. After all this time. So, who knows? Who knows? Because we're going to see a Cody Rhodes heel turn at some point. We just don't know when. We absolutely just don't know when it's going to happen. But it's going to happen at some point. It is definitely going to happen. All right, so let's move on to Brock Lesnar's Open Challenge. Now, I'm hearing a lot of stuff with Opa Femi challenging Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I want to see that, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think, like, in a way, I want to see Opa, don't get me wrong, I want to see Opa Femi actually challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. It's going to be another upcoming new star coming to WWE, most likely. But who knows? Like, who knows what's going to happen there? So, it'll be interesting to see in the upcoming weeks who's Brock Lesnar going to challenge at WrestleMania. Now, moving on to Finn Balor. Now, if you look at Finn Balor, as he shook hands with CM Punk last night, that's going to not sit right for the Judgment Day. So JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio are going to attack Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw. And I think it's going to be right after Dominic Mysterio retains his IC title. This will make the IC title available to fight at WrestleMania, so it could be leading to basically Finn Balor versus, or the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, at WrestleMania this year. So that could lead to that. As for Liv Morgan, it could be possibility that, people are saying that Dirty Dominic Mysterio is going to turn on Liv Morgan. I don't know if that's going to happen. They're like the other power couple. So I don't know if that's going to happen. They're the power couple on Raw. So I don't know if that's going to actually happen. Speaking of power couples, you got AJ Lee. And what's next for AJ Lee? With the Intercontinental Championship. She's going to go into WrestleMania. She's going to face somebody. We just don't know who. We just don't know who yet. I don't think it's going to be Becky Lynch. It's probably going to be someone different this time. Maybe it would be Tiffany Stratton. Maybe it would be, someone different. We don't know. But anyway, it's going to be one hell of a match. Danhausen, we don't know what's going on with him. I think he's just going to have a low gimmick for now. He's not gonna have a match at WrestleMania. They're just gonna like put him aside for now. That was just a debut. We'll see what happens in the upcoming weeks, but who knows? Who else here? I was keeping a close eye on. Logan Paul. Again, Seth Rollins and Logan Paul thing. So, they're trying to get Braun Breaker to come back before WrestleMania to face Seth Rollins. I don't think that's going to happen. So it's probably going to be Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. Or it might even be his two students and Seth Rollins versus the three members of the Judgment Day. Like, it could be, actually a good match. So we'll see what happens at coming into WrestleMania. Definitely Seth Rollins is going to be moving, going towards after the division now. Either way, it's going to be good. Either way, it's going to be good. We'll just have to sit back and watch what happens next. The United States champion, Giulia. Now, Giulia hasn't really defended her title in a while. We need a new number one contender for that title. So I could basically see that the next number one contender for Giulia would probably be another superstar coming in. Maybe Bianca Belair would be nice to see her go after that title. Who knows? Who knows? The World Heavyweight Tag Team titles. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, their next feud. Jimmy Uso won't be back for a while. He's dealing with stuff at home because Naomi had the kid. So that leaves Jimmy Uso out of the phrase right now. So that continues. Jey Uso got hurt, so that continues on to the next feud there, which will probably be Sami Zayn. Let's see here. Got another wrestler. Oh yes, the MFTs, the Wyatt Six feud. This feud will probably go into WrestleMania again. I'm hoping not. I want to see a new number one contender. We'll probably see that, and then they will probably go on to WrestleMania at some point. The Uncle Howdy story and Solo story is not done. I think we're going to see the Fiend at some point. I think we're going to see it at some point. It's coming. Yeah, we'll just have to see how the storylines go. That's all I can tell you right now. The storylines are going to be great going into it. Now, as for Elimination Chamber, I am the S.S.B champion. I just tell you how it is. I'm the masked man. Bada boom. I am the one who can call it. Yeah. I'm the masked man, baby. Yeah. That's just how it is. All right. Now, on political stuff, I don't usually like to talk politics on this show. Hands down to the United States forces. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, thank you. You guys rock. Hands down for the United States there. To the troops. Thank you. Yes, you guys rock. You guys rock. Keep on fighting. All right, so. And Mark Carney, you are a flip-flopper. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. Oh, now yes, I agree with Trump now. I agree with Trump now. Mark Carney's an idiot, okay? He's a flip-flopper. First he hates Trump, and now he likes Trump. Like, are you kidding me? Friggin' absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely friggin' redonkulous. Oh my goodness. And I live in Canada, guys. Like, come on. Absolutely redonkulous. It's amazing what you see. Alright, so yes. So yes, the best in the world tournament, 4-3. So my rating out of Elimination Chamber this week, I'm going to give you my rating right now. I'm going to rate in the comments. Rating. I did excellent in the Best in the World tournament. I am up 4-3 now in the Best in the World tournament. I'm happy. I'm going to say my rating is -0. -0, just like the blogcast, right? I'm sorry, I had to throw that in, just like the blogcast. -0 on the Richter scale. Oh, just like that show, right? -0 on the Richter scale, the blogcast. Oh, we all know what we're talking about, right? We all know what we're talking about. -0. Oh, man. And you want to... Oh, man. It's just funny. All right, so my rating on the Elimination Chamber out of 10, it was... Let's see here. I had a good night. Fred, not so much. -0. -0. Just like the blogcast. All right, so I'm going to have to say I wasn't really happy with the debut of Dan Halsing. But anyways, I'm going to give it, because I won all night, I'm going to have to give it solid 8. Let's see here. There we go. 8 out of 10 stars for Elimination Chamber last night. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty good. Not gonna lie. Excellent show. Excellent show. And I won. So like now it's I won. And I'll put it right here just so you know. Let's see. Best in the whoops. Apparently I can't spell. In the world tournament now 4, 2, 3 for the Masked Man. Yeah, there we go. Masked Man. There we go. Best in the World Tournament. 4-3 for the Masked Man. I had to write it in the comments anyways. Oh, man. Rocking and rolling here. Live here. Alright, so I'm going to move this table over here now. Rocking and rolling. So everybody, that's the show for tonight. Of episode 8, I believe. Episode 8. S.S.B. Rocking and rolling here live. We will see you next time. Just remember, I am the Masked Man, and I'm up in the tournament now, 4-3. Rocking on. I'm Fred the Puppet, and I'm now losing. We'll never know, Fred. You never know what's going to happen at WrestleMania. You never know. Right? You never know. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Rocking and rolling here. Enjoy your week. I know probably I'm going to enjoy my week. We'll see what happens. You will probably catch me next week. I'm usually on here next week too as well. Or wait a minute. Yeah, you will catch me next week. Definitely. So we'll see what happens. It'll probably be Sunday or Saturday. Most likely Saturday. The only reason why I didn't come on Saturday this week is the Elimination Chamber. So everybody, I am the Masked Man. I am Fred the Puppet. And you've been watching S.S.B. 2026 Episode 8 Rockin' and Rollin' here live here tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the views on the last week's show. It was up like 1,500 and some odd views. Thank you very much, everybody. And thank you for everybody who shared this podcast tonight. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Bye, everybody. Rocking and rolling here. See you later, everybody. Bye. Peace out. Thank you for watching another episode of S.S.B. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your week, everybody. See you next time on S.S.B.
1926, baby. Yeah!
See you next time on S.S.B. Peace out.